Well, Patty, I can tell you right now the comments are coming in that we're doing a midweek update on a Sunday, which is not midweek.
I know.
I know, it's
But
crazy.
we've been busy, so it could be midweek.
It could be midweek. We have been super crazy. So,
Oh, yeah.
for those of you who've never seen one of our midweek updates and you're like, what is this? Why are you not reviewing a product today or taking us camping?
This is just jibber jabber.
This is just jibber jabber, but we thought it was so important we were going to put it on as our Sunday video this time. Because we do have some updates.
Some kind of updates that we think everybody needs to know. And we thought, let's just put it out there.
Yeah, because we did a podcast back in late December where we talked about our plans for 2024.
Right.
And literally within 2 weeks, they
got
blown up. So we thought we had better update everyone on what is going on in 2024.
What's going on?
Yep.
All right.
So number one, and I think this is the big one, and we're sad about this, but unfortunately
it just kind of made sense.
It made sense
because of the time frame.
Right.
So
we are not coming out west this summer.
No, it's just I think we just need more time.
Right.
And with everything going on, I just don't think there's enough time. And to really enjoy and get to do what we would want to do.
Right.
So, yeah.
And we're really sad because there are so many of you who are our friends out
Yes.
west, and we have not seen you now in like
Since
3 or 4 years.
2021 or
2020.
something.
2020, yeah.
Yellowstone.
But here's kind of how this all went down or what changed.
Okay.
And it really comes down to, well, actually it was kind of like the perfect storm.
It was.
Number one is Patty wanted to start a business back in December on eBay.
Yep, I want a little side hustle.
Yep, and that business has grown very rapidly in less than 2 months.
Oh my goodness, it could be a full-time job.
Right.
Yeah.
And so we attempted to, over the Christmas holiday, take inventory to Florida to keep the business going.
Oh my goodness.
And number one, we didn't have that much inventory, and it took up a lot of space in the RV.
Yep, it sure did.
And so we realized quickly that hauling inventory around while we travel is not really an option.
No.
So now that, and again, back then we might have had 30 pieces of inventory.
Yeah.
We are now well over 150 pieces of inventory, and by the time we get to June, which was when we were going to head west, I'm guessing we will be somewhere in the neighborhood of 400 to 500 pieces of inventory. At least that's our goal.
Yeah.
Our goal is to get Patty Ann Fashion to around 700 to 800 pieces of inventory at all times.
Right.
Because Patty is very serious about making this a full-time job down the road.
Yes, this is kind of what I was thinking could be my plan on how to...
Like a retirement plan.
Yep, my side gig and get it going, and then I could leave teaching and do this. So.
And so the problem we get into is taking inventory is not an option.
No.
The other option is to shut down eBay. But unlike YouTube, if we take a break from YouTube, old videos are still making money.
Nothing's making you money on
no,
eBay.
if you shut eBay down, and eBay, from what I've heard, is eBay doesn't really punish you for shutting your store down for a month.
Right.
It's just you have no income coming in.
Yeah, you're just not making any money.
And you also, I think you do lose some traction.
Well, I think like anything, you're not out there. You're
Right.
not visible. Your stuff's not being put to the top of the list, and it's just you kind of
Right.
You fizzle out.
So and the other option is to hire somebody to run it while we're gone. But we obviously
at that point yet.
We're just not at that point yet. So, and it's hard to hire somebody for 1 month.
Right.
So, anyway, so that was one thing that
Yeah,
played into
That
it.
was one.
Number two was when we met with my aunt and uncle.
Yes.
I say met, that's the wrong word. When we camped with my aunt and uncle over Christmas, and they said, well, okay, let's talk about summer travel plans. What are you thinking? And Patty and I had thought they wanted to go out west.
Right.
And we were both basically like, how are we going to do this with the eBay? But we don't want to let them down. Well, short of the story is they didn't really want to go west this summer. They're not quite ready with their new fifth wheel to take that kind of a trip.
That's a long trip for everybody.
For everybody. Yeah. And so as soon as they said, oh, we don't know if we can do that, we're like, really? Like we almost got excited.
What do you want to do?
So we are going to take a couple one-week trips. One is going to be with them this summer. But and then like for a week we can shut it down.
Right.
And then Patty and I may take another trip in July, a short trip, but that will be a working trip to find more inventory.
Right. I'm so looking forward to like garage sales and yard sales and all that stuff. In other places, yeah.
And then, so that was number 2 was Woody and Priscilla
Right.
and working with them on travel. And then the third thing was we are continuing our marketing partnership with Happy Acres.
Yep.
And originally last fall, or whenever it was, that Angie asked me if we were coming back.
Sure.
You know, I said, that's fine, but we're going to do our usual, take a month. And, you know, in fact, she joked, you're not a hostage. But then over the last, I don't know, 3 months, Angie and I started talking about some other opportunities, and we have accepted a new role. So we will have our marketing role like we had last year.
Yeah, with all the YouTube and the social media and stuff like that.
We are actually have accepted a paid position at Happy Acres. We will be, in essence, like the activity director, or you like to call it,
the fun facilitator.
Yeah, the fun facilitator. So we're going to be, Angie's kind of roughed in all the major events for the year. We fill in with all the little stuff and kind of taking that off their plate for them. And then the other thing is we will be like the host on duty every Sunday night.
Yep.
So they kind of have it worked out to where Angie and Kevin are going to be there basically like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday during the day. And then Kevin's brother Matt shows up on Thursdays. He's there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday until about lunchtime. And then we'll take over from Sunday about lunchtime till Monday about lunchtime.
Right.
And so anyway, you know, we didn't really want to be gone from the campground more than a couple weeks because you know, now that we're in a paid position, we feel like we have more responsibility. You know, last year we traveled for that month, but I was still doing work for them on the road with the marketing. That you can do from, it's just hard to plan and coordinate activities when you're on the road.
Yeah, that doesn't
unless
work.
They're like virtual activities, which we did do during the COVID. You know, we used to play online games.
Yes.
So I think don't you think that's really the essence of why we're not going west this summer? It's those three things, and it was just too much to overcome.
Right. I just think it was too much. It was like overwhelming. Like, how do we do? We can't do all this. This isn't going to work.
And the other thing is this year is kind of a crucial year for us because we are both looking to hopefully make major career changes in the next year.
Yeah.
And so this year is the year that we have to find out how viable is eBay as a revenue stream.
Right.
I will not lie. Travels with Delaney is not what it was a couple years ago.
No, it's not.
And I don't know how viable this YouTube channel is going to be after this year.
Right.
And so we are now starting to record content on another channel for Patty Ann Fashion.
Cha-ching!
Cha-ching. And even that, like this year, we're only a couple months into your channel, and we're already looking at possibly changing the
revamping it a little bit.
Yeah.
Like Patty Ann Fashion and more.
Yeah. And incorporating me into those videos, and we won't get into all the reasons why.
We're still tweaking things and doing everything, but yeah.
But you may have to, there may come a day where Travels with Delaney really isn't posting.
And it's more for Patty
and it'll be more thrifting to support the eBay business. So that's why this year is so crucial for us, that we just have to dig in to see, because unfortunately, even though I can retire from the college right now, I don't get to touch any of my money till I'm 59 and a half, and that is still 3.5 years away.
A ways away, yeah.
So we have to have revenue streams
We gotta have something
in order to do what we want to do.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
Anyway, that's the big announcement, I guess, in terms of we won't be coming west. We're sorry. And I hope we'll get out there again someday soon, but it just won't be this year.
Right. I think it's when we have more time.
Another big question that people have had is about campouts.
We're going to have one.
Yeah, we're just doing one campout this year.
And we like September. So we're going to go with September.
Do you remember the 21st
night of September?
There you go. Wow, that's bad. We should not. We definitely. That's why we're not going to rely on singing as another revenue.
That's not my revenue source.
But that song works very well because our camp out this year will be the weekend of September 20th through the 22nd at Happy Acres in Angola, Indiana. As of the time of this recording, the website still is not set up to take reservations, so don't panic.
Not yet.
Angie's working on that. Hopefully in the next 2 to 3 weeks we'll get it up, and then you'll be able to go to Happy Acres and book a site. Now, just like our campouts last year, if you want to participate in all of the activities, you do have to book the package.
Yep.
And the package will include your 2 nights of camping, Friday and Saturday night. It will include a Friday night reception.
Right.
With last year we did a dessert party.
I'm assuming
probably do that again.
That was fun.
Saturday night we will do a catered meal and live entertainment. In fact, the entertainment's already booked.
Yes.
I'm very excited to announce we have a local musician, Josh Ayers.
He's awesome.
We actually requested him this year, and plays guitar and sings and does some modern,
more modern things.
A little more modern and just really
awesome.
good. Yeah. And then Sunday morning we do the breakfast
in the kilt.
Breakfast in the kilt, pancakes in the kilt.
And September just worked out really well for everybody, and the temperature is usually really nice.
Yeah.
You can have campfires and sit out, and you're not getting eaten by bugs and mosquitoes, and it's usually just beautiful here in September. So we're going.
So yeah, and usually there's a nice welcome gift that's included in the package, and so again, we make no money on these campouts. We literally spend, we actually spend more than we take in.
Right.
But it does really help to offset the fees.
Right.
Or the money that goes out. Now, if you can't make it to our official camp, there's other things. I mean, for instance, I think there might still be a couple sites, water electric sites available for the Cinco de Mayo weekend.
That's a fun weekend.
That's a great weekend. We had a lot of our subscribers come last year. I think we have quite a few coming this year.
Yeah.
So it's not a Travels with Delaney campout, but we still have a really good time.
Yeah.
And honestly, if you can come Cinco de Mayo weekend, we're talking a free food buffet, taco buffet.
And it was outstanding.
Yeah, on Friday nights, included with your camping fee.
They say taco, but it was more than taco.
It was a lot more than tacos.
It was awesome. Yeah.
There's also, if anyone watching this is a content creator, we do have a content creator campout planned. That's going to be, I want to say around May 30th, 31st, June 1.
Yep.
We're doing Thursday, Friday, Saturday night. We have some guest speakers already lined up, professional photographer to talk about taking photos for your thumbnails or photos for Instagram, Facebook.
Jonathan coming.
Jonathan Bell, our friend's coming. He's a lawyer by day, YouTuber by night.
Yeah.
And he's going to be doing a session on how to protect yourself with copyright and how to deal with if you get a copyright strike on YouTube.
Yep.
We've got Corey, who is a videographer that has done corporate videos. He's going to be talking a whole session on filming, how to up your filming game. I know I'm going to be doing a couple sessions, one on analytics, how to dive into your YouTube analytics. So yeah, and we're still lining up presenters, but a lot of it is not so much just sitting listening to somebody. We're just going to do a lot of like sitting in groups and sharing and collaborating and working through things.
Yeah.
Oh, and I should mention Randy and Callie Beheimer from from RV Destinations Magazine.
Yeah.
Randy and I were just talking about Harvest Host yesterday on the phone. That's why.
That's on your brain.
Yeah, it's on my brain. But Randy and Callie are going to be here, and not only do they run RV Destinations Magazine, but they have a very successful podcast, and so we've asked them to come and speak on how they grew their podcast, how to get into podcasting, and things like that. So that's going to be a fun weekend. And if you just check the Happy Acres, go to camphappyacres.com, you can find out all of the events that will be going on. So you can come anytime you want. There'll be a lot of times where we may not be there because, again, if it's one of those weeks we're traveling. But, you can hit us up, let us know ahead of time if you want, and we'll let you know if it's a weekend we're going to be around.
Absolutely.
So I think that's pretty much the big updates that we wanted to get out to everyone, because I know a lot of you have been asking, wanting to make plans, things like that. And that's it.
That's what's going on.
So, all right, everyone. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah.
We appreciate your support and hopefully your understanding of why we can't come out west this summer. And we hope to see some of you maybe swing by Angola. It's a great location. Because we're
beautiful in the summer.
Yep, we have 101 natural lakes here in Steuben County. We are less than an hour to the RV Museum, Hall of Fame, and all the major RV manufacturers. And if that's not enough, we have the 6 on James, where they have, I believe, over 600 bottles of bourbon. If you like bourbon,
such a cute historical
we have wineries.
Downtown.
Yep,
awesome restaurants. It's fun. It's a fun place in the summer. So, yeah.
All right. Well, until next time, everybody, we'll see ya.
On down the road.
Bye.
Travels with the lady. We'll see you on down the road.